Well, NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, sort of created from the founders of NLP, sort of modelled hypnotherapists and therapists, Gestalt therapists, Milton Erickson, as everybody knows, and they sort of took that model and they postulated an understanding of what was working and what was the structure, what was the process of what that therapist was doing. And I think it's valuable in understanding that. But I think more than ever, hypnosis sort of steps above NLP. But I mean, NLP is more about modelling than it is about therapy itself. And I think it's a powerful medium to learn. And a practitioner course gives you the basic understanding of what NLP is all about. But where the power is in the conscious hypnosis. Yes, come and learn the NLP. You learn that structure. But don't take away from the fact that NLP modeled hypnotherapy. Most of the techniques come from hypnotherapy. And so you're going to learn some powerful mediums for change in amongst the NLP, but more so the conscious hypnosis. Well, funny enough, I created Mindology probably about 27 years ago. And it's actually going back over my notes many years ago. I just scribbled a few things down and the word Mindology came to mind, and I thought, what is it? It's sort of a philosophy of mind, how the mind works, how to break down the way the three brains structure their day, structure their thinking, structure their feelings, their emotions, and structure their decisions. So Mindology is a different approach of being able to step out of that body, step out of that thought, step out of that feelings, the emotion, step out of that decision, and look at it from a different perspective. So it's a great vehicle for counselling, it's a great vehicle for psychology, it's a great vehicle in hypnosis. So when I look back at all those years ago when I sort of created it, I really didn't understand it until probably about 5-6 years ago, where I really started to put some of the principles that I've learned over the years under the microscope. And Mindology really started to develop. And now people are using it all around the world in different modalities. It's absolutely fantastic. So our courses in Mindology, of course, model all the stuff that I've done over the last 20 odd years for all kinds of ailments. And I think Mindology is a new vehicle, a new understanding of looking at different problems people are presenting, because the mind is an amazing thing. And once we understand how someone's mind is working, we can really start to understand the person more intently and help them to assist them to make the right decisions from their thoughts and emotions. Well, Memory Line really is, again, another modelling process. I co-created Memory Line about 7 years ago with Stephen Liao, and we found that the older model of using, I guess, timelines left something out. There was something missing. And I think that there's a number of things. One, I think, is forgiveness, and the other one is the idea of parts, and the idea of forgiveness of self and others. And what we found that by understanding our choices, understanding what we're learning from those things that we capture, that we've done in our life, whether past, present, or what we perceive we'll do in our future, we have an understanding that we have learnings from them. But once we have those learnings, we really have to bring about a certain forgiveness of self for making those decisions. I think that carries with us, and a lot of the people that I've met and been associated with over the years who have done many things like timelines and different perspectives or understandings of it really are paranoid. For some reason they're understanding that they think that they can get rid of fear, and they cannot. You cannot get rid of fear. It's important, it's life-saving, it's there to protect us. It's a vehicle for some of the most powerful decisions you'll ever make. And so therefore, in the past, if you've not dealt with it the right way, you get this sense of paranoia that everybody's out to get you, everybody's out to take what you have. There's that you get learnings from what you do, but you don't forgive yourself and you don't move on and you don't look at the higher purpose for why you did what you did. So memory line, that co-creation, there's a couple of different ways to do memory line, and Stephen and I go in a slightly different path with it. But obviously we have the same objective. I think that the higher purpose for it is the same. We're just using slightly different vehicles in getting there. And so when Stephen and I really, when we got together, we really start to ask a lot of questions of each other and draw information on his understanding of life, my understanding of life. And it challenged each other. I think we really did challenge each other to step outside of the boundaries of timelines or that concept of it and see what's the greater purpose here. Not just what's the learning, but what's the greater purpose. And we discovered that, and we put things in place. And now we have a process of memory line, which is just, something that is, I think, will open up the area of psychology in the future. Well, one of the things that I really lacked over the years, and you know what the funny thing was? It's not that I lacked it, it's I didn't know how to ask for it. And that is support. I found that my personal pride, my personal ego, felt that it didn't need support. It didn't need the comfort of someone giving me a bit of help, a bit of direction, so to speak. When I did ask for it, it was normally from people who were paranoid about losing things, losing their trademarks or losing their material. And so everyone was scared to give me the right kind of help. And it wasn't necessarily that they were scared as I was not asking the right questions. So the benefit of the Conscious Hypnosis Society is about finding where you want to go, finding your niche in hypnosis, so we can give you an honest approach and honest answers and honest support. I've never seen the type of support. I've never seen anyone give this type of support. Now, you're probably saying, well, what do you mean? One of the things that struck one of our trainers recently was that we offered to assist at their training. Now, I've never ever seen this before. I don't know if you have, but I've never seen someone's trainer come in and be an assistant to one of their own students. And I tell you what, it's a real learning experience to understand how one of your students delivers the training. Before the emphasis was on, seeing those students of that student and seeing how they're using the material, I went that one step further and I put myself out there to actually learn something from the student that I had taught. Their understanding, how they delivered the material that I had taught them. And it was an eye-opener, definitely an eye-opener. It made me really think carefully about how I was delivering the program, how my legacy was going to be passed on. And really, when you think about it, fathers and mothers alike, you think that your kids are going to pass on the legacy of who you are. Whether your kid says, oh, I don't want to be like dad, or I don't want to be like mum, or I want to do things, I want to learn the family business. It is all based on different circumstances and different thinking within everybody's mind, including your children. But it's something we inspire to do. We inspire to hand our knowledge, our heart, to our children so that they can run the family business, or they can, make decisions that are either as good as the decisions we made or better. And I see this in conscious hypnosis. I don't see it anywhere else. I see that the people in conscious hypnosis that are out there teaching it, out there doing it with clients, they have this real honesty and this approach that the person they're working with is is like their next of kin. It's like the next step down. And they really want to help guide, honestly guide, in a real way that's grounded. To get that person over their hurdles, over their problems, out of the negative ways of thinking, out of their negative emotions, out of their failures in their decisions. You know, you ask everybody who's successful in life, including the big names, and they'll tell you that they learned the most from their failures. So why are we focusing so much on success when we should be focusing on learning from their failures? We should be understanding what's our failures inside and how to get over that. You know, even to this day, I fail at things. I'm not perfect. In fact, I'm probably least perfect. But I get up each day and I love what I do. I get up each day and I love the idea that I'm about to help someone. And, 25 years on, I get someone in my office who has quit smoking. And, they come in and they say, I quit smoking. It's as much as an emotional experience, if not more an emotional experience to me now than it was when I first started doing hypnosis. I get emotional over people who have lost weight in our hypnosis weight loss programs, in our rapid weight loss programs, our rapid fat loss programs. People who say, I can't lose weight, I've tried everything. And all of a sudden in 1 week they've dropped 4, 5, 6, 7 kilos. And then they go on to lose 10, 15, 20. It's an emotional journey for me. When people come in and they experience that, I feel it inside. It's like I've handed something, some secret, some gift onto my next of kin. And I'm now watching them take that journey. I can't think of anything more powerful in life to help someone in the journey of thoughts, emotions and decisions, and get them into the circumstances that they want in life. Conscious hypnosis to me is that vehicle. I'm passionate about it. I'm committed to helping people. And so the Conscious Hypnosis Society is a group of experts in that field, giving the right support and encouraging people to ask the right questions to get more help, to get that right support in the right direction, so that they can have that success that we so proudly give to others.